A pregnant woman falls into a coma while giving birth. After some months, she finally regains consciousness and realizes that her pregnancy belly is gone. She looks up and sees a doctor standing next to her bed, greeting her. "Hello, you have been in a coma for 6 months," says the doctor. "But don't worry," he continues, "you are in good health and you will be released soon." Anxiously, she asks him, "Doctor, what happened? What happened to my baby?" "Don't worry about it," reassures the doctor. "The birth went very well and your babies are alive and healthy." "Babies?" the woman asks. "What do you mean babies?" "Ma'am, you had twins, a boy and a girl," replies the doctor. "That's wonderful," exclaims the woman. "Where are they? Can I see them?" "Your brother has been taking care of them since their birth." "My brother? Oh no, but he's an idiot." "What did he name them?" the woman asks. "He named the girl Denise," the doctor says. "That's not so bad," the woman replies. "That is actually a very pretty name." "So, what did he name the boy?" she asks. The doctor pauses, then replies, "De nephew." Several men are in the locker room of a local gym. A cell phone on a bench rings, and a man puts the phone on speaker and begins to talk. Everyone else in the room stops to listen. "Hello," says the man. A woman answers, "Honey, it's me. Are you at the club?" "Yes," the man replies. The woman continues, "I'm at the mall now, and I found this beautiful leather coat. It's only $1,200 down from $1,900. Is it okay if I buy it?" "Sure. Go ahead if you like it that much," says the man. "Oh, thanks so very much," says the woman. "I also stopped by the Mercedes dealership this morning and saw the new models. There was one that I really liked." "How much?" asks the man. The woman replies, $80,000. "Okay," says the man, "but for that price, I want it with all the optional extras." "Great," the woman says. "Oh, and one more thing. The house that we looked at last year is back on the market. They're asking $3 million. The man replies, "Well then, go ahead and make them an offer, but no more than $2 million. "Love you, bye," says the man as he hangs up. The other men in the locker room are looking at him in absolute astonishment. Then he smiles and asks, "Anyone know whose phone this is?" As the general entered the barracks, he found that none of his soldiers were there. One finally ran up, panting heavily. "Sorry, sir, I can explain. You see, I had a date and it ran a little late. I ran to the bus, but missed it. I hailed a cab, but it broke down. I found a farm and bought a horse, but it dropped dead. I ran 10 miles, and now I'm here." The general was very skeptical about this explanation, but at least he was here, so he let the soldier go. Moments later, 8 more soldiers ran up to the general panting. He asked them why they were late, and each had the same reply. "Sorry, sir, I had a date, and it ran a little late. I ran to the bus, but missed it. I hailed a cab, but it broke down. I found a farm and bought a horse, but it dropped dead. I ran 10 miles, and now I'm here." The general eyed them, feeling very skeptical, but since he let the first guy go, he let them go too. A 10th soldier jogged up to the general, panting heavily. "Sorry, sir, I had a date, and it ran a little late. I ran to the bus, but missed it. I hailed a cab, but—" "Let me guess," the general interrupted. "It broke down." "No," said the soldier. "There were so many dead horses in the road, it took forever to get around them." A man is sitting at a bar when a woman walks in and sits next to him. "Do you drink much beer?" she asks. "Yeah, I guess so," replies the man. "How many beers do you drink per day?" asks the woman. "Usually about 3, maybe 4, says the man. "And how much do you pay per beer?" she continues. "Including the tip, about $5, replies the man. "And how long have you been drinking?" asks the woman. 20 years, I suppose, says the man. "So," continues the woman, "a beer costs $5, and you have 3 beers a day, which means you're spending $450 per month. In 1 year, that would be approximately $5,400, correct?" "Correct," replies the man. Well then, says the woman, if in 1 year you spend $5,400, not accounting for inflation, in the past 20 years you spent about $10,000 to $8,000 on beer, correct? Yeah, that's probably about right, says the man. The woman continues, do you realize that if you didn't drink so much beer, that money could have been put in a step-up interest savings account? After accounting for compound interest for the past 20 years, you could have bought a Ferrari. The man is silent for a moment. Then he asks, do you drink beer? Goodness no, replies the woman. The man asks, so, what color is your Ferrari? Two rednecks, Dale and Billy Ray, were walking downtown, window shopping. Suddenly, they see a sign on a store which reads, suits $10 each, shirts $2 each, trousers $3 each. Dale says to his buddy, Billy Ray, looky there, we could buy a whole gob of these, take 'em back to Arkansas, sell 'em, and make a fortune. Just let me do the talking, because if they hear your accent, they might think we're ignorant and not want to sell that stuff to us. I'll talk in a slow Texas drawl, so's they don't know we is from Arkansas. They enter the store. Then, with his best fake Texas drawl, Dale says, I'll take 50 of them suits at $10, 100 of them their shirts at $2, and 50 pairs of them their trousers at $3. I'll back up my pickup and the owner of the shop interrupts, you all are from Arkansas, ain't ya? Well, yeah, says a surprised Dale. How come y'all knowed that? The shop owner replies, because this is a dry cleaners. Two men are driving through London when they get pulled over. The police officer walks up and taps on the window with his stick. The driver rolls down the window and whack, the officer smacks him in the head with the stick. The driver asks, what the hell was that for? The officer answers, you're in London, son. When we pull you over, you better have your license ready when we get to your car. The driver says, I'm sorry, officer. I'm not from around here. The officer does a check on the driver's license, and he's okay. He gives the man his license back, walks around to the passenger side, and taps on the window. The passenger rolls down the window, and whack, the officer smacks him on the head with the stick. The passenger asks, what did you do that for? Just making your wish come true, replies the officer. The passenger asks, making what wish come true? The officer replies, I know that 2 miles down the road, you're going to say to your friend here, I wish that asshole would have tried that shit with me. A farmer had 3 sons. One day his oldest came to him and said that since he was graduating from high school, he would really like to get a car. His father said, son, come here. He took him to the barn, pointed to the tractor, and said, this tractor is needed for the farm, and I promise, as soon as it's paid for, we'll get you a car. The boy was not too happy, but was understanding. A week later, his second son approached him, wanting a new 2-wheel bike. Well, the father said, as soon as the tractor is paid for, we'll see about getting you your bike. Shortly after, his youngest was bugging him for a tricycle. Again, the father gave him the lecture about the tractor needing to be paid off first. While leaving the barn, the young boy, a little disgusted with his father's explanation, saw the farm rooster mating one of the hens. He promptly went over and kicked the rooster off the hens, back mumbling to himself. His dad asked, son, now why would you do something like that? He didn't do anything to deserve that. The third son replied, hey, nobody around here rides anything until that damn tractor gets paid off. My friends, if you want to watch other funny jokes, subscribe to the channel.